Ohio Riz 6'7"? What does it mean? I don't think I actually want to know, but also, what does that mean? Listen, I know that to some extent, slang is just about making noises that make other people think that you're cool. I know that. I know that it's just you made the cool noise that makes you cool, but also I'm not cool or hip, I lied. Oh, you poor thing. The good news is that being cool and hip is not mandatory to being a good or interesting person. So, that's okay. If the most interesting thing about you is that you know what 6'7" means, I think you could stand to expand your activity horizons. 6'7" means nothing, and that's the funny. Oh no. No, according to chat, there's speculation that 6'7" doesn't mean anything, and that is what makes it funny.
Wow. It's funny because it's not funny.
I don't know. If you want to be cool, you can always stand in front of an open freezer.
Hey.
Brilliant. I'm this cool. Still in Dragon Isles fishing. Your skill in Dragon Isles fishing has increased to 27. I know queer slang, so at least I confuse the straights. Well, there we go. Just learned that the kids can't meme anymore. Oh no. I don't think that's true. I think they've just stepped sideways into a branch of humor that I haven't followed. I'm really hoping that that's what's happened. Let's make some pumpkins, and maybe the world will make more sense then. Let's try. I'm fine. It's the youths that are wrong. No, it is the children who are wrong. Oh my god. Nobody saw that. No clips. Mom was right, it is the phone. Memes are going so fast now. We millennials don't enjoy it. We like long-term fun. Yeah, you know, having it last at least a few weeks of me getting to make this silly noise without everybody thinking that I am horribly behind would be nice. Saw what? Exactly. There was nothing to see. Not a meme that is fun now and cringe tomorrow. Yes, exactly. You know, if I don't get to laugh at it for more than 24 hours without other people looking at it and going, oh, it's just sad. You know? And, you know, granted, it's not like it wasn't annoying when people would make the same noises over and over again for weeks. But they also then, like, you had time to decide whether or not you would think it was funny and join in or not, you know? The half-life is too short now. The memes are too volatile. We have gone too far, methinks. It's all cringe, that's the thing. Well, it is all cringe, but also cringe is dead. But also, we need to bring back bullying. I don't know what people are thinking with that last one, especially. No, I promise you, it's all stupid. The answer is that the people saying that are so completely unself-aware and uneducated that no. We don't need to bring back shame. We just need to bring back some social self-awareness and reasonable expectations from each other. Which means people have to be okay with, like, sometimes talking to each other about, like, hey, you know, Greg, sometimes when you do that thing, I wish you wouldn't. And then Greg being like, okay, well, I'll take that on board. For example. Anyway. Ew, talking gross. Bring them back, but towards billionaires? No, the billionaires were not shamed into building all those pretty buildings, you know, in the past. They were threatened with taxes into doing it because public works were the main way for them to get out of having to pay as much in taxes. But that meant that, you still put some of the money back into the economy instead of hoarding it like the weird dragons that you are. And so, yes, you didn't pay as much to the government in taxes, but that's okay. Because you know what the government's supposed to do with your damn taxes? They're supposed to go and give you things that you need, like healthcare, like education, like safe roads, like pretty parks, you know? Like protecting animals. You know, the government's not supposed to make money. The government is supposed to not bankrupt us without giving us anything in return. I'm sorry, this has been Elfie's little rant for the day. Billionaires should pay their taxes or do public works. I don't fucking care which one, but sending rockets into space just to explode doesn't fucking count, Elon. Build a damn library. Sponsor 500 kids to never have to worry about being able to eat after school again. You know? Do positive good in the world with all this money that you've accrued. So that people don't start thinking, where'd I leave that pitchfork? Anyway. They bullied Paramount and now we have a good Sonic movie. Yeah, I'm still not convinced they didn't do that as rage bait for people to pay attention to their fucking movie. I don't think people bullied them successfully. I think people started talking about the movie and that was all they wanted, and they didn't care that it involved yelling at them because what they wanted was for people to pay attention to the movie, and corporations aren't people, no matter what the lawyers in court say. And if a business is a person, then it should be held to the same standards of you killed that person, for example. Also, guys, sorry, just side note, if you see clips of my streams on platforms like TikTok and such, if it's not on my Instagram page, I'm not posting it. I need you to know. So just please let me know, because I found a channel that had apparently been stealing some of my clips from my stream last year. Yeah. Just let me know if you see them. We don't necessarily need to go hunt them down right now, because I really would be surprised if there's very many doing this. But found that, had a little bit of a crisis. And, yeah, maybe it's time for me to move to YouTube so that at least then it's actually me. Meantime, I am messing with a wither trapped in bedrock in Minecraft that tries to fire at a chicken on a fence post. What? Elfy is all for cute things and pitchforks and torches, and I'm here for it all. Pitchforks and torches are part of cottagecore too. That's a good point. Yeah. Listen, maybe we could have an aesthetic rebellion. It doesn't have to be aesthetic, but if it gets people to go, pitchforks and torches are part of cottagecore too. I mean, I'll put it on a sticker or something if you guys want. It does sound very t-shirt worthy. And it's been quite some time since I put anything on the shop, so. Hi, Cookie, welcome in. We're just discussing the fact that implements like torches and pitchforks and whatnot are both cottagecore and, well, just might make a statement. If you don't have any of those, it is totally fine to just bring like garden shears or your favorite big stick. It's okay. You do not have to go and buy a garden scythe just for the protest. But also, if you scythe your yard, it's apparently both meditative and it's actually better overall for your neighborhood. It decreases noise pollution. And they're pretty cool, pretty neat. The application of them just changes what colors. Mahobits, it definitely does need to be a cross stitch. Hey, Cookie, would you like a new cross stitch project? Oh, man. They fired the whole VFX team that fixed the Sonic movie? That's horrific. The application of them just changes what colors you're wearing. Good night, Donna. Be amazing, be wonderful, be hydrated. Okay, fine, I'll go get a hydrate. It's gonna say t-shirt, but mass-produced t-shirts aren't very cottagecore or eat the rich, so I went with cross-stitch since that's an accessible handcrafted medium. Ooh, good point. Hi, Battery. You're around when Wims is home this time. Hi, Wims. I hope you're having a good Thursday. Shroom sculpting is going well. Shroom sculpting went pretty well. We made one whole shroom. And then I got a little flustered, maybe a little frustrated, and we're making some mushrooms we're making pumpkins now because feels like something that I can easily control about my life. Say that again. I was listening to my husband shoot things in a game. Yes, more pumpkins. So, Cookie, how do you feel about maybe making us a cross-stitch and or cross-stitch pattern for pitchforks and torches, our cottagecore too? Should this be the next craft that Elfy gets into? Listen, if we get $300 donated to the Asheville Tool Library by the time I am home, which will be next Wednesday, I will start cross-stitch. I will do a cross-stitch. That'll be the cross-stitch. $300 by the time I go home next week. To Asheville Tool Library, not necessarily to me. You don't have to, please don't misunderstand. This is for Tool Library so that we can grow the dang moss blanket because I really want to do more yarn crafts. You can lift a lot of moss with a pitchfork. You can! I can do that? Yes! Favorite stick looks at broomsticks. Boomsticks. Oh, no boomsticks. No boomsticks. Broomsticks, yes. Boomsticks, no. Certainly not unlicensed. Pitchforks. Oh, pitchforks and torches. I arrive and it's all about pitchforks and cross-stitch. Could be. Could be. I think I have a piece of cross-stitch fabric or two I could give you if you don't have any already. I also have hoops if you need to borrow one. Listen, if it looks like we get on a roll before I leave, I could probably also borrow some of these things from Mumphy because she has a great deal of crafty goodness. But I will keep that in mind as well. Oh my god, and it would be a great excuse to go to Craft Raccoon, you guys! I would get to go to Craft Raccoon. And I haven't been there in more than 3 weeks. Please give me an excuse to go to the craft store. But also, I'd probably go anyway. Human 2 was supposed to maybe go to Craft Raccoon on my behalf before he left, but I don't think that happened. It didn't? Well, if I am fortunate, they will still have moss when I get there. May have started a new project? Is it the cross stitch? What's the new project? Oh, also, and how is Odette coming? What was that? Closets. Got noisy doors out here for a place with no humidity. What if, hear me out, I did a crochet along blanket on top of Odette, on top of the baby blanket? Make sure that you're still, the time sensitive projects, make sure that they still get the love they need. That's all I'm going to say. As long as that's happening, have fun. More projects are more fun. Absolutely licensed, seriously licensed. Even took a year as I live in Belgium, but I would never. I only hold grudges against frisbees. And not the thrower, yes? Not the frisbee thrower, just the frisbee. More art, Elfy. Yes. But also, when we get back, in addition to that, I do need to make more pumpkin boxes. I'm still hoping to get into a holiday or Halloween show, though the window for that is pretty snug now. So, and there's some other things that may interfere with that, so we'll see. This is the first official week of the crochet along. I've done some corners and a center motif. I mean, that sounds like you've been very responsible. Is that the corner that you posted in Discord? That was really intricate. That looked cool as heck. I think it was Babbel's Discord though, before anybody gets confused. It is? Oh, excellent. Here we go, pumpkins. There we go. Two more. I'll post it in yours what I did today too. Oh, yay! Thank you. Seriously dropping things all the time right now. I do not know what is going on. I also do not know why anyone would need to honk that loud. Dang, the clouds are pretty. They're like big piles of cotton pillow. Hopefully that means we'll get some more rain soon. Although that does make Mumphy's allergies play up. Every time Steph blooms here, she gets very sneezy and coughy. Updates are made, yay! Oh God, I just looked at my hand, just realized that I don't know it yet, but my hand is already sweaty again. She doesn't know it yet, but she's about to take her glove off and be horrified once more and how sweaty and sticky and awful it is in there. Photos taken moments before disaster. Oh man. Been driving a car on the same 18-second track for 2 hours now. Got my time finally down a bit, full 0.08 of a second. What? Wait, are you texting and driving while racing? Mr. Josuke, that's not safe. Please race responsibly.
You have to drive fast so that you spend as little possible time texting and driving.
Oh, good point, good point.
Right. So if you're driving and texting, you need to go really fast, because if you go slow, you're spending a long time texting and driving. So really you want to minimize texting and driving time, you have to go fast.
See.
Logic.
This is why you're not usually on stream. I am the single positive influence in my life. Car is capped at 100 miles an hour. How did you shave off some time then? It's not allowed to go faster. How'd you do it? Oh my god. Listen, Josuke, just don't get your virtual little guy hurt, okay? That should make you sad. You know? I was talking about my real car. Ah, the game car is not capped? Drive slow, lots of time spent. No! No, that's not how it works. Oh my gosh. No, the problem is the distance over which you are traveling while unattended. No. Stonks. Only if your stonk is in like frickin', I don't know. Afterlife services. Post-mortem services. Like if you have stock in coffins, I could see this being a brilliant stonk scheme that is also extremely exploitative and no, not nodders, not nodders, no. Get out, get out. Ah! If we all drive slow, roads safer. Yes. Yes. Who the fuck is honking? Why? Why right now? I do not like your timing. I love the Autobahn. I'll try it next time I'm driving there. No! Mr. Josuke, I happen to consider you a friend. And it appears that you did not read all of the clauses of that agreement. The car's a bit slow for the experiment. I will make the speed limit 10 miles an hour everywhere. I mean, that was perfectly fine for a very long time. It's just that, you know, like genuinely, when people do that, you actually do see a lot of social benefit from the reduced speed limit. It's less stressful for drivers, actually, from what I can tell, to be driving at slower speeds because you don't have to try and watch everything. You're less likely to hit someone, be hit. Like, accident rates go down. Injuries go down. Injuries are less severe. The insurance companies should be lobbying for the flippin' speed limits to go down. Because then they'd have to pay less money when people get injured. Have a lead foot? Oh, Cookie. No. 100 miles an hour is right lane only speeds on the Autobahn. Do it on the weekend. No semi-trucks then. Oh, Elon. Tie it to a lead balloon and hope it won't float away. Oh, gosh. What does that mean? I feel like that's a reference. Isn't there a saying with a lead balloon? I don't know. Going up like a lead balloon seems to mean that it doesn't. You know, what with lead being really bloody heavy and all. Pumpkins. Mythbusters tried it though. You can totally make a balloon out of lead. It's not very safe though. Like, there's the whole matter of handling all of that lead. It's a little bit of a problem, health and safety wise. Yeah, it just has to be huge. Yeah. That whole surface area to volume trick. Size of a small house and barely floats. That seems like we could make a metaphor about a number of currently popular yet poorly thought out enterprises. AI technology. In fucking everything. For no reason. There's something in my throat, guys. I don't know. I should start selling it at Disney World. No, it's lead. It's lead, animal. You can't sell that to children. Even if they are 35. Disney adults. I keep seeing videos of them being poorly behaved at the parks, and it's very disappointing because up until recently I was under the impression that people were like making a big stink about nothing. Don't lick it! No! Stop licking lead! Oh my gosh. There was this YouTuber who I love watching because she deals with like really old paint and is big on health and safety and everything, but she was sold an incorrectly labeled paint. She got arsenic poisoning.
Oh no.
Yeah. all-around person. She just has an unusual hobby. Also, can't make my goat too expensive. Otherwise, I'll have nothing to talk about. Because when I raise the price of my goat, I also tend to sort of shut myself away and just stare out the window angrily. Because I don't want to go outside and yell at the clouds. I'm not supposed to do that. Arson? No, arsenic. Do not. Lead balloon licking challenge is where it goes wrong. You're not supposed to sell uranium to kids, though, Josuke. You're not supposed to. They don't do that anymore. They don't do that anymore. It's for good reason. I know you all know this. Listen, you're gonna rile me up like this. You're gonna throw some money in the kitty so that I get something out of it and get to grow this flippin' moss blanket already. Don't you want to see the moss blanket finished? We can't do that. We can't do that yet. No more rage bait until I see at least $25 into the jar. How about that? Does that raise the goat? Does that raise the goat's price enough, Mother?
It's getting there.
Okay. Keep forgetting about my future box. Ooh, what's the future box? I'm not reading that animal. Keeping up with chat is important to me. But I took a stand. Oh, yes! That's what you meant by future box. How did the pumpkins remind you? Need to get out the blue paints when we get home. Josuke, I swear to God. Oh, damn it. He's not being a poop. He's just a stinker. This is called engagement, Mumphy. Remember, guys, I'm actually caught up on mushroom donations, so I could have my undivided attention for yours. Most is me. If my phone would be any slower, I might get to this in like 30 years. Give me a moment. What moment? Get to what? I say. Great Scott. I've even got, actually, I actually found mushrooms while I was here in Arizona already. And so I even have some like examples from my phone reel that if you don't want to pick for yourself, I got some pretty neat specimens. I totally did do that for worker clothes. still got clay out, Elfy. Come on. Where's the... Hang on, did I? I thought I had one more to do. Oh my god, that's all of them. Well, there we go then. Pumpkins. All right. Nope, 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 nope. I'm not engaging. $25 in the dono bin. And then I'll read your silly asbestos facts. In the meantime, pumpkins. Boom! Pumpkins. No, I'm not reading it. $25, and then I'll read your silly nonsense out loud. I'm going to go and have a little sip. It's nearly 30. The fuck? Ah! Anyway, thank you so much for donating $30 to support the Asheville Tool Library. I really appreciate it, truly. Thank you so much. My hands are nasty feeling. Ah! Wah! Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, they put asbestos in fucking everything. It was great at insulating things as long as you never touch it again. Otherwise you get mesothelioma. You and your loved ones. And I'm still mad about the Stanley Cup thing. I still don't think that they did quite enough to satisfy me about the situation type deal. But with lead sort of getting all over everything. Breaking in shoes that are too small while wearing 3 layers of sock is probably not the best idea. Mahobits, why are you doing this? Why are you wearing 3 layers of socks in shoes that you know are too small? Why are you breaking in shoes that are too small? Don't they make like a shoe form that'll do this for you? At least the stretching part.
Rubbing alcohol helps too.
It probably depends on the type of material the shoe's built out of, doesn't it?
Yep.
Maybe don't try the rubbing alcohol. Need to take a gym break. I shall be back. All right, Cookie. Enjoy your gym. We should not put uranium and asbestos in a lead balloon. I am so flocking done with you and your bullshit. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay. You know what? You know what? You know what you did? You know what you did? You have tipped the scale so that now, since we are firmly at $800 and we have that $50 donation elsewhere, we are at $850 raised out of $1,500. Thank you guys so very much. So very much. We get to add a patch of moss. How about that? That's pretty great, I think. Alrighty. Let me go figure out, where did I leave the moss patches? I brought a couple of them with me. Oh no. Should I bring you guys with me to come look for the moss patches? Moss. Are you just spamming chat with moss? Oh my goodness. All right, come here. Come here. Come here. We should bring Radithor back to market. What the fuck is that? Why does it sound like cancer pills or something? It sounds like a pill that gives you. Why does this lamp not love me? Ah! There's supposed to be light in here. There's not. Hey, Mumphy.
Yeah,
Do you know where my patches of pre-crocheted moss are?
try the blue tote bag.
Okay, blue tote bag. Okay. Enjoy the ceiling. It's not nearly as textured as it is at my house. Energy drink with radium? Oh my fucking god. No! They didn't! I didn't close my windows last night, so it was 62 in my house. I put on my first layer of socks so it didn't freeze my toes as soon as I got out of bed. Found the bag. Then found my 2-layer fuzzy socks. Moss. You have the choice of 2 patches. What'll it be? Do we want dark green, lighter green? Please choose. Didn't want them getting sweaty. What is it with sweat today? They're a pain to realign the layers when I wash them. Oh my goodness. Distilled water with radium? Oh, Jesus. You get an emote that's just a square of moss with the texture of your new mossy acquisition. My new mossy acquisition? Wait, what did I acquire that's mossy? I have boots I bought at the thrift store for Ren Fair. They're only a half size too small, so I figured they'll fit if I stretch them out. I mean, could be. Could be. Pumpkin, what is mossy? What did I do? Might be mixing up stories. Kind of sounds like contamination. Drew drank so much of it they had to bury him in a lead coffin. That sounds like an urban legend, I gotta say. The little green ceramic thingy. Oh, yeah. I have several of these. What we need to bring back is Radiskull and Devil Doll. I'm thinking the answer is no for all of those. Oh, but we may have new mossy emotes. I have a person working on that. Animal, which one? It was your doing. Which one? Hi, Crafty Odd Mama. Hello. We do have moss. Our friend Animal made a donation to our fundraiser, and so we have just hit another threshold. We get to add another patch of moss to it. The one on my right. This one? I like this one. I like this one. All right. Just flatten it out a little bit here. Look like a 4-leaf clover for a moment? It kind of does. Just a little bit. Like maybe a mutant one. It almost looks like a butterfly like this. That's cute. It's even got like a little curly up here. Byers was buried in a lead-lined coffin. Oh my god. Of all the things that I don't want to be necessary for my final rites. I don't think about this very often, but if I make a list, that's going on the list. Tell you what. Ah! I just dropped them all on the floor again. God damn it. Mossifly. Yeah, thank you for leaving out the rest of the story. I appreciate your judicious decision there, Jessica. It does kind of look like a butterfly, doesn't it? And that's really cute. Radiskull, Devil Doll were a Flash animation back in the day. Well, you'd have to bring back Flash, so... R.I.P. to most of my childhood games. don't bring back Flash. You know, I'm gonna take that personal. Listen, if they had like made the, you know, whatever the next thing backward compatible, I wouldn't have anything to complain about. People could have just not kept using it. Well, I didn't hear about that, okay? Like, that might change my opinion. But I was like, you know, I was in high school. Some backdoor problem. I don't think all of us have a backdoor problem. Dwarf, you might need to talk to somebody. Flash was a security disaster. Okay. But consider that I don't think anybody's inner child gives a shit about that. Almost all Flash games. Yeah. All of the noteworthy exceptions seem to be the ones that I care about. And I didn't do that on purpose, which tells me that nearly all could just mean like 60%. A lot of work went into preservation through third-party tools. Listen, I don't actually want to argue about this. I just cannot easily just go and play the things that I remember enjoying. And having to do it not in the way that I remembered does affect the experience for me. Wayback Machine. Wayback Machine is great for a lot of things, that's true. Alright, let's put this guy here. Shuffle this around a little bit so it fits all snugly in there. And then we'll just have a little gap to close over here. Yeah, this will work out nicely. There we go. Most Flash websites even make it fairly seamlessly as well. Their revenue depends on it. Yeah. I think specifically the one that upsets me, couple that upset me, are the Wonka games, which I am grateful that you guys helped me find a way to still play those. I appreciate it. But it's that, and then the entire fiasco that is the current state of the publicly online hosted version of Homestuck. Because, holy shit, what a shit show. You cannot just replace an entire interactive game with like multiple ways that things could play out with a YouTube video at the absolute lowest possible quality embedded. That just is not remotely comparable. They replaced most of the animations this way as well. There's far better versions hosted elsewhere on YouTube. Oh, ads are inbound. Thank you for the warning. I'm gonna sew this guy on. Grab a hydrate. If you guys need to take your meds, have a little stretch, this will be a great time for it because we should have about a 3-minute ad break. Depending on your region, it's up to 3 minutes apparently. Yeah. Countdown already counted down? Oh my god. Well, thank you for the engagement instead. I realized I have a pattern that may be close to what I want for the dress I'm making, so I'm going to try using that as a base since I think I want bust darts. I wasn't happy with how the pattern I draped was coming along, but I look at the sizes and realize it's sold as maternity. I think it's still the correct size since it's just a little loose-fitting design, but I'm laughing at myself now. Well, the great thing about maternity wear is that most of it is designed to be fucking comfortable through the, like, bust and abdominal regions. That's, like, specifically the goal, is that nothing's going to be jabbing or grabbing or squishing you unpleasantly. It's like the whole plan. So it should be comfy. I don't think you're silly for thinking it's comfy. I think it's good. There we go. Got one little section cleaned up there. In vintage patterns, the goal is to conceal. Well, that sounds like it's still going to comfortably do so if you like the fit. Isn't that a good thing? It is kind of funny. Depending on the era, how one goes about concealing does vary. That's probably worth considering when we talk about this. Alrighty, here we go, section 2. It's just a t-shirt that's long and trapezoidal. I would wear a trapezoidal t-shirt. I'm not sure I'm necessarily picturing it correctly, but I'd probably wear it anyway. I like a comfy shirt. I like a cozy fit that doesn't cling to my body too much. I also obviously like things that are more form-fitting. But like, especially if I'm just sitting around. Alright, we've got our corner nicely, snugly fitted together. I'm gonna knot this off here. And tuck it back in a couple of stitches for safeties. And then you guys will let me know when you're back from the ad, right? Send pick in arts and crafts, thank you. Ads are done, yes, okay, good. Gesundheit. Got our next little segment here. And this is a nice long section of yarn. I'm going to go ahead and use it. as you guys recall, this moss blanket represents the generosity everyone has shown so far since June to our friends in Asheville, North Carolina at the Asheville Tool Library. And if you like it, it is eventually going to be raffled off. And at which point I will need to determine everybody who's already donated, and there will be a final call for people to donate, so we can give it one last hurrah before it goes off to its new home. Hoping to be able to ship to anywhere in the world with this. So whether you're local or international, after 2 hours of streaming, you need to drink something. I do need another hydrate. You're quite right. You're quite right. Yeah, give me a second. Thank you, my hobbits. Alright. Give me a second. Just gotta refill my water. It's right here. Oof. Water. Water. Hydration. Wow. Okay, so you had a point. Main part of the holy hand grenade is done. Oh my goodness, Mini Cleo. And I saw that you finished your flail too. That's looking very spiky, very spiffy and sharp. Love it. Just love it. Also, we'll add pretty beads to the hand grenade to make it precious. Oh my goodness. It'll be bedazzled. Well, that's exciting. There we go. Got a little gap that I get to embellish with a little patch of moss. But that's part of the fun. We've done a couple of those. So the great thing about these oddball shapes is that they don't always fit together perfectly. But that's the fun. Thank you, Animal, for your generous donation. I know it was made out of cheek, but not malice. Alrighty. Oh, and the crosspin will have a magnet in it to be removed. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so funny. No lead was used in the making of this blanket. Yeah. Because we care. I'm so excited about this, you guys. It really is coming together. just think, we make our goal, it's gonna double in size still. That's very exciting. And now we only need to make $270 more into the donation bin, in order for me, when we get back, to start a cross stitch. Here researching heat embossing. Ooh. I hear it's fun. Forgot I'd left a pot on to boil. It was a shallow pot. Good thing I have a good sense of smell. This time I have a 5-minute timer to remind me to check on it before it all boils away. Oh no. Well, I'm glad you caught it. You missed the chance of having your stream title as My Schedule is a Moss. Oh no. I did miss that chance. Oh no. Is it too late? Should I save it for tomorrow? What do we think, guys? All right, do it now. Let's see if it'll let me. Quick actions.
Hi there.
There we go.
Hey, I need to get in on a call with you, Denise.
Okay.
So I'm trying to.
There we go.
Uh,
Jay, could you shut Mumphy's door for me?
Everything all right?
it'll be real. Yeah, yeah, it's fine.
There we go. Updated.
Okay.
It changed. I'm amazed every time someone reads a stream title. I am too, but it's such a good point. Felipe made a great point there, and I had to honor it. I really did. So, thank you. And thank you to Animal